I'm your rich uncle. I want to see my family win. Follow my advice, and you'll be the rich uncle in your family.
What if the very card in your wallet is quietly working against you? Credit cards promise convenience, rewards, and financial freedom, but behind the scenes, there's a system designed to keep you spending, not saving. Hidden fees, high interest rates, and psychological tricks can turn small purchases into long-term debt before you even realize it. And here's the truth. Banks don't just benefit from your spending, they profit most when you struggle to pay it back. In the next 30 seconds, we're uncovering the dark side of credit cards that they'd rather you never understand. Today we will talk about the dark side of credit cards. Love this. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Credit cards are often marketed as symbols of financial freedom, convenience, and modern living. With just a simple swipe or tap, you can purchase almost anything without carrying cash. On the surface, they offer rewards, cashback, travel points, and even fraud protection. However, beneath these attractive benefits lies a system carefully designed to maximize profits for banks, often at the expense of the user. Understanding the darker side of credit cards is crucial if you want to stay financially secure and avoid falling into hidden traps. The illusion of easy money. One of the most dangerous aspects of credit cards is the illusion that you are spending your own money. In reality, you are borrowing from the bank, often at extremely high interest rates. This disconnect between spending and actual financial consequences makes it easier to overspend. Unlike cash, which creates a physical sense of loss when you spend it, credit cards remove that emotional barrier. This psychological effect encourages impulsive buying and leads many users into unnecessary debt without immediate realization. High interest rates. The silent killer. Perhaps the most profitable aspect of credit cards for banks is the interest they charge. If you fail to pay your full balance on time, the remaining amount starts accumulating interest, often ranging from 20% to 40% annually or even higher in some regions. What makes this worse is compound interest, where you are not only paying interest on the original amount, but also on the accumulated interest. Over time, a small unpaid balance can grow into a massive financial burden, trapping users in a cycle of minimum payments and long-term debt. Minimum payments trap. Credit card statements often highlight a minimum payment option, making it seem like a convenient way to manage your finances. However, this is one of the biggest traps. Paying only the minimum keeps you in debt for years while the bank continues to earn interest. For example, a relatively small balance can take several years to clear if you only pay the minimum, and you may end up paying double or even triple the original amount. Banks design this system intentionally because it ensures a steady stream of profit from interest payments. Hidden fees and charges. Beyond interest rates, credit cards come with a wide range of hidden fees that many users overlook. These include late payment fees, over-limit fees, annual fees, foreign transaction charges, and cash advance fees. Even a single missed payment can result in penalties that quickly add up. In some cases, late payments can also trigger higher interest rates, making your debt even more expensive. These small, often unnoticed charges contribute significantly to the bank's revenue. Reward programs. A clever distraction. Rewards programs are one of the main selling points of credit cards. Cashback offers, airline miles, and loyalty points create the impression that you are gaining something extra. However, these rewards are often structured in a way that encourages more spending. People tend to spend more than they normally would just to earn points or reach reward thresholds. In reality, the value of these rewards is usually far less than the interest and fees paid by the user. Banks know this and use rewards as a powerful psychological tool to drive higher spending. The debt cycle and financial stress. Once a person starts relying heavily on credit cards, it becomes easy to fall into a debt cycle. Using one card to pay off another, transferring balances, or continuously carrying a balance creates long-term financial instability. This cycle not only affects your finances but also your mental health. Stress, anxiety, and constant worry about repayments become a daily reality for many users. Banks, however, benefit greatly from this cycle because it ensures ongoing interest payments. Impact on credit score. While credit cards can help build a credit score when used responsibly, misuse can severely damage it. Late payments, high credit utilization, and defaults negatively impact your financial reputation. A poor credit score can make it harder to secure loans, rent property, or even get certain jobs. This adds another layer of pressure, forcing individuals to rely even more on high-interest credit options, further benefiting financial institutions. Psychological manipulation by banks. Credit card companies invest heavily in understanding consumer behavior. From setting spending limits to offering limited-time promotions, everything is designed to influence your decisions. Brightly colored notifications, exclusive offers, and easy installment plans create a sense of urgency and temptation. Even the design of statements and apps is optimized to highlight minimum payments rather than the total debt. These tactics subtly push users toward behaviors that generate more profit for banks. Cash advances, a costly mistake. Many credit cards allow cash withdrawals, but this feature comes with extremely high costs. Cash advances usually carry higher interest rates than regular purchases and often have no grace period. This means interest starts accumulating immediately. Additionally, there are transaction fees involved, making it one of the most expensive ways to access money. Despite this, many users turn to cash advances during emergencies, unknowingly increasing their financial burden. The reality behind buy now, pay later. Some credit cards promote installment plans or buy now, pay later options, making large purchases seem affordable. While this may appear helpful, it often leads to overcommitment. Multiple installment plans can quickly pile up, creating a situation where a significant portion of your income is tied up in repayments. Missing even one installment can result in penalties and increased interest, making the situation worse. How to protect yourself. Understanding the dark side of credit cards doesn't mean you should avoid them completely. Instead, it means using them wisely. Always aim to pay your full balance on time to avoid interest. Keep track of your spending and avoid unnecessary purchases driven by rewards or offers. Be aware of all fees associated with your card and read the terms carefully. Most importantly, treat your credit card like cash. Only spend what you can afford to repay immediately. At the end of the day, credit cards are not good or bad by themselves. They are tools. But they are tools built inside a system where banks are not relying on your success. They are profiting from your mistakes. The real dark side of credit cards is not just high interest rates or hidden fees. It is the way they slowly change your behavior over time. They make spending feel painless, debt feel normal, and minimum payments feel acceptable. If you are not careful, a credit card stops being a convenience and becomes a long-term financial burden. What starts as small, harmless purchases can quietly grow into years of repayments, stress, and lost financial freedom. And while users struggle with debt cycles, banks continue earning consistent profit from interest, penalties, and fees. But the important truth is this: credit cards only have power over you if you don't fully understand them. Once you recognize how the system works, how rewards encourage overspending, how minimum payments extend debt, and how interest quietly multiplies, you regain control.
All right, my future millionaires. That's a wrap for today. If you got some value from this, don't just sit on it. Hit that like button. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more money-making secrets. Turn on those notifications because wealth waits for no one. Stay smart. Stay hungry. And I'll see you in the next one. Let's get rich.